Blake filed her amended complaint just in the nick of time, and there's a lot for us to talk about, so let's get into it. Right off the bat, she stated multiple times that she wants a jury trial. Does she want the jury trial, or does she want their names so she can issue a subpoena? Just to see if they're part of a smear campaign first, right? Blake wanted to throw in some of our comments in her amended complaint as well. And don't worry, she did dox everyone as well. She blurred out their names to make it seem like, oh, look, I didn't put their usernames this time like I did the first time in my complaint. But look at the very bottom, they're still there in the footnotes. Now let's read this together and you can see for yourself that Blake is so close to understanding reality, yet it just hasn't clicked for her yet. So she states, the significant spike in the negative commentary about Blake started notably August 8th and 14th. Okay, Blake, let's start right there. The premiere for the movie was August 6th. It was released August 9th. So what do you think happened in that time from August 6th to August 8th? What happened? Everyone saw your premiere. What did you say, Blake, on that premiere? Even the comments that she uses, it's like she's so close to understanding, but doesn't click yet. Like this one, quote, why would you take over someone else's movie? The outfits of It Ends With Us were so out of touch. Another one, no thanks, we don't watch bullies like Blake. Again, we're just like, we're right there. Ooh, we're right there, but she just not clicking. I think it's hilarious that she throws in the graph again, like, look, this is when the negative commentary came in, as if the green is that high. Just being honest. Another hole in Blake's story I found was she states that the alleged smear campaign was planned to focus on these specific platforms. Are you ready? Reddit, TikTok, and Instagram. Where's YouTube? YouTube is the first accounts that you went after, but you didn't list that in your document. You didn't even mention that being listed for the smear campaign. So tell me again why I was chosen. One more time. Oh, wait, you never told me. That's right. There's multiple times where Blake clarifies some of her original claims, like the one of the birthing scene. She says she thought that he was showing her something that was inappropriate, but it ended up being his wife. I love how now thought was in bold. Well, you didn't think about anything else, did you? There's only one thing I can agree with Blake on in this entire thing, and she alleges that Justin said multiple times that her and other castmates were sexy. Whether he's the boss or the co-star, it's not appropriate, so I can agree with her. This does become a gray area, though, because we do have text messages from Blake talking about teeth and her even using the word sexy, so it's kind of hard to be like, was he using it because you used it first? Like, it's kind of, you know, that part I do believe should be argued in court from both sides. I want to hear from both. From my understanding, those comments is what caused Blake to file her SH claims. But again, everything's kind of up in the air because it's very much he said, she said. The reason I give Justin the benefit of the doubt is because I feel like he truly believed that him and Blake had some kind of friendship. Multiple times he had text messages showing that Blake said, hey, we're like family. Yeah, we're like friends. You can say anything. Feel free to be completely open. So I just think he felt like this was a safe space for him to talk like how he would with any of his friends and just put his foot in his mouth. Because another mention that she has in here is that he disclosed to her one of his traumas, and she's trying to use it against him now. Justin disclosed to her that years ago he was essayed by a former girlfriend, and now she's using it in her court documents. After reading Blake's document, honestly, her entire lawsuit falls apart if there's not a smear campaign. So if she can't prove there's a smear campaign, all she has is Justin called her sexy. That's it. And she doesn't even state that he called her. It's just saying that he used the word multiple times, whether he described, oh, those pants look sexy or whatever. Again, that's the only part that I can kind of agree with, but it's something that I want to hear from both sides and get more clarity on, especially when we see how Blake over-exaggerates, cherry picks details, cherry picks quotes. I need some more context. Just an example, she states that leading up to the film's release, that the coverage was mostly neutral. No, it was not. Book Talk alone was fuming over the entire thing. Honestly, it truly comes down to Blake cannot accept that people were not happy with her. Ryan cannot accept that his marketing was a failure. I think Blake and Ryan got too comfortable around yes men and didn't realize that the public has their own mind and has their own opinion. Just because all your yes men are saying, yeah, this is a great idea, doesn't mean it is. Blake literally uses a quote from the Sony executive stating, Blake, $50 million, your blood, sweat, and tears, brilliant, smart, heart and soul in every single frame. My God, it's incredible. Thank you 50 million times. It's only Saturday night. Really. Another example of how delulu Blake is. Quote, indeed, Mr. Baldoni privately confessed that he did not even see the final cut of the film. He repeatedly and publicly took credit for the film, while Miss Lively generally downplayed her contributions. The contributions that you should never have contributed because nobody wanted you to. Girl, you were hired to be an actress and somehow you decided to get into the editing room, be in the marketing, be in every single aspect of the film. That was not your place at all. And for her to sit here and be like, well, he's still taking credits for the film. Yeah, he owns the rights to the film. Yeah, he's the director. Yeah, he's the co-star. He's obviously going to take credit where he should be getting credit. Cue Blake getting mad because she didn't get full authorship. Conveniently, Blake leaves out the part where she sent him to the basement. Truly, I can't stand this woman at all. She's trying to play it off like she's the victim while she's literally going after normal citizens to try to prove her point. That, oh, there's a smear campaign. Well, it's not. It's non-existent. The public continues to tell you that. So, I mean, if you want to pay your lawyers to find out the same thing that the public has been telling you since day one, that's on you. If you have that money to waste, go for it. But we're trying to save you some money and time. Wave the white flag. Let it go. Let's not forget that Blake is trying to be the voice for women while actively silencing women for speaking out against her, because she just doesn't like it. Hence why Blake and the mainstream media are trying to focus on Blake going after the male content creators when that was only 2 of the content creators. Everyone else so far has been females, and many of them DV survivors like myself. So what do you have to say, Blake? Quiet? Again? Nothing? As always, this is all alleged, so take it with a grain of salt and follow me for more.